Welcome back to Factorio Space Age. We really could use a bit more power here. We are absolutely peaking our current production. Satisfaction nowhere near. Mostly because of these cryogenic plants. They are very hungry. I guess actually, some of the chemical plants. Also, this is quite the peak here though. Yeah, they went back down. Anyways, we need power. And we need to get that from steam. Or we could do heat. Also technically an option, I guess. We got all these heat pipes. They're not quite up to temperature standards though yet, so. If we want to do the steam turbines, they like it a little bit warmer than that. Max 500, so maybe. But it really does taper off the further it gets here. Is that 390? Just slowing down. We need to get more pumps going, essentially. Offshore pumps. I don't know if we really need more pumps. We just need more things doing stuff with the pumping. It's just a matter of speed more than anything. Chemical plants. Doing stuff. We need all the crude oil and this stuff. We have all the crude oil we could want right over here. So we just get an area that's purposely made to get the other bits we need going here. Can we get rid of this rock or something? Probably not. Let's just head out into the sea here a bit. Put an offshore pump or two out this way to start. This makes everything easier when it's just straight and normal and flat here. I'm gonna need more ice platform. Because when this pumps stuff out here, also needs to be on concrete. Only on like this spot and that spot. It's gonna be Let's start with this. We're gonna need concrete for the pipe part. And then concrete for the heat pipe part. We just need to combine this with the oil, which is also coming this way. And then we need a spot for all of the steam turbines, I suppose. We already made the boilers and the steam engines, so that's gonna work. This also makes the ice. We can also just melt down the ice in another chemical plant. It's a process. Should be reasonably doable. Also just need to hook it up to the other section here. Here's another crude oil. It's gonna go down this way. Might be the easiest way of dealing with it. Let's look at what we are working with here in terms of this. One side is one, and the other side is the other. We have some slightly awkward pipes connected. It's unfortunate, but it could be manageable. Okay. We have oil coming down this way. Or we can even just have it on the sides here even or something. Somehow. needs to be something. This place like here. You are gonna be doing that. Because first we need to actually get this out of here. That's the first step. There's all frozen pipes like that. Chemical plants. Right here. That's a start. And then pipes. Cross around here. Build on these bits. So, concrete for that. Here. I guess not even technically there. If we want to keep moving this down, we will though, so. Necessary. We also need the heat pipe to get over to here. The heat pipe is a constant problem, honestly. We can loop it underneath itself. Get some underground pipes so the heat pipes can get past or something. Could be something. Definitely a thing that needs to be dealt with. Rough ice down this way. Also gonna need further that way to actually get the heat pipes to the pipes on this side of the pipes. Brash ice. Concrete on these. And then we just keep on extending out from the island here. It does require more resources for being able to place things down, but the theory kind of holds. Concrete here, and here, and here. As long as it's connected, mostly works. Heat pipe, heat pipe, heat pipe. It's gonna heat this. Still needs to heat the actual machines here. So we did some actual undergrounds or something. Also an option. Could hook into this on this side. Grab stuff out on this side without having problems. Ish. I think we're gonna have problems no matter what we're doing here, honestly. Let's hook up the heat over to here. It's nice there, apparently. Concrete when necessary, I guess. Okay. Doing that. This. This. I'm thinking undergrounds. Just make everything simpler here for us. It's a little bit too close for undergrounds to work like that. Because we need to go underground here to go back, not underground here to go underground here. Whether or not this is the best plan, another question. Will it work? Potentially. If we can just get everything working in a way that works. It's about as good as we can get here. Pipe, heat, heat. And there. This needs power also, which amazingly doesn't care about being frozen or anything. So now we got this. It's gonna have stuff coming out on this side, and again needs to be heated. And also ice, which we need to send somewhere else. That's part of the problem here. Okay. Just have a big frozen bit here. Then heat pipes interspersed with long inserters, putting them onto belts over here, or something of that nature. Go around the pipes like that. Or something like that. And that's going to get the ice off of here. Also getting this off of here. Okay. So that's the ice. That's the ammonia. Here is the crude oil. And that's kind of the next step here. Crude oil and ammonia into solid fuel. Which looks like it's catching back up again, somehow. What's this doing for ice and everything? Good pile of ice, almost full of ice. This is what we're trying to avoid here, having the boxes get full and then it's a huge hassle and problem. We got this coming here, we got this here. We got this looping system that's heating everything. Pipe on one side, belt on the other. Long head inserters, probably good enough. This goes every 1 second. They're good at turning. It's probably fine. Okay. So next step on this system. We need to get the crude oil and this in the same area. Just keep on moving further this way. Make the fuel. Get the stuff. Live the dream. Make some ice platforms. Needs ammonia and ice. Here's ice. Not the quickest making the ice platforms. Kind of what we need to put a lot of the ice here for. That's just here. Ice and ammonia. I mean, we got the ammonia, we got the ice. Can make something happen here. Part of the ice is need to be turned into other stuff, but part of the ice can also be turned into these bits here. Just in this. Okay. Something like that. There. Place to place things. Set these. The first of these kind. Needs to make the ice platform. Do that there. Concrete for this. And then heat pipes also need to be here too. You can do another of these more underground sections. Or to get to this on this side. Alright, there's that. Except for here. This is getting heated by this one. This can get heated by this one. Move this up slightly further, we get another. These guys in here. Make it better. Come up. Move the heat pipe above here. That'd be fine too. Alright. Some heat that way. Some this one in the middle. It's not heated. I also need to get the ice and then take stuff off. Also, this crude oil's right here. Maybe not the best spot for all this, but we got more crude oil spots. It's probably fine. It's a little bit in the way, all things considered, though. So, yeah. Again, we can't really do undergrounds with only two in the way like that. Another heat pipe down the other side here. It's not perfect. It's not really good. Because of this. I want to put this somewhere else, honestly. Space is a slight issue. This is what we need these for, making there be more space. Alright. Solves that question. It's going to be long-head inserters. Doing their best. I'm going to put it in and out. On the same belt. Switch to the other side. Switch it in, switch it out. Some stuff here. Pipes. Heats all that. We have the belt over here. Which needs to come from here. Just needs to go to the other side because it exports it on that side. Concrete. Here too. It's a mess. What a mess is what this is. Alright. There's all that. So we need heat pipes. Which needs concrete. Let's try different stuff here. Make it work. This doesn't even need to be not frozen for that to work. Alright. That grabs ice and makes ice platform. A whole bunch of it. Doesn't quite get up to this one. So that's ice too. Ice there. Heat pipes. And belts. So in theory, once this is done, should put it here. We can get that into a box. We can then pick up more condensingly. Something like this. It's going to need to be filter only ice platform. Since the rest of it is going to be ice here. Ice platform. Okay. We also need some of this ice for actually melting. So, depending on how many of these we have, we're going to need more of these. Let's keep on getting more ice platform. We can get more ice. Problem solved. Kinda. Alright. So here's ice. From here. If we can get some of this melting, that would also be necessary here. Because we do eventually need water for the boilers and stuff. How's temperature working here? We're at 360. It is burning as much as it can. Is running out of stuff again. Low on ammonia. So this. I'm just kind of replacing this whole setup over here. It's kind of the idea here. Okay. Yeah, to expand out here, it takes platform and then concrete on top of it. Now that we have a lot of actual land to work with anyways, so it's probably fine. Okay. Then we need a crude oil down here too. That's great. Now let's get a few chemical plants going here for ice melting purposes. How are we gonna heat these? It's gonna have to be, again, long head inserters just kind of seem to be a winning strategy. Is gonna need covered here. Let's cover up these middle bits. Let's get something working. Okay. That's gonna need concrete. Probably gonna need plenty of other concrete for actually getting the heat stuff going here. Long-head inserters, chemical plants, concrete, heat pipes. Round and round. More concrete here to get this unfrozen. Power pole just sitting on the ice, just working. You are ice melting. That's water. And that's going to need to go into the boilers. And we also need to get the ammonia and the crude oil going for the solid fuel setup. Okay. We have ammonia here. Bring that over this way. One way or another. Let's get it over onto this side here. We can do something with it. And another layer for actually getting heat pipes over here. And do some stuff with that. Okay. Ammonia. Heat pipe. Perfect. So ice right there. Kind of just the corners a little bit odd, but that's alright. Alright. Here's ammonia. Another bit of rough ice. It's all icy. It's all a problem. Alright. That's the ammonia. There's gonna be the water here. I'm just gonna go down this way. We can get the crude oil in here. What's the look out for that? Like this? Gonna need to do some kind of pipes something to get multiple of these next to each other. If we also get that in with heat pipes, it's gonna be the problem here. Let's get the crude oil down, at least. Go between the water here. Okay. I'll see a heat pipe coming out of regular pipes. Any more of those in storage? Underground pipes. Underground pipes. I just need to make some. Grab some more iron. I just need some more pipes. Always a good thing to have. If they're not freezing solid here, it's also nice. Okay. He's here for now. How are we gonna get this? It's a chemical plant. Ammonia and that. Just have these going kind of down this direction. More or less. Pick up this. Yep. Beautiful. Reclaiming. Very good. Alright. Let's start placing some chemical plants down this way. With intention of solid fuel. Okay. And we're gonna have the heat pipes and stuff going up this way. We're gonna need more land out this way. Have space for all the different pieces. It's gonna be awkward. Okay. So here's all this. We're gonna have undergrounds there. Undergrounds to further. Maybe. Hook these up. Gonna have a heat pipe kind of going down the middle here. As a thought. Thawing all this mess. And into here also. To thaw this. Okay. The undergrounds and the heat pipe stuff happen in here. Just need more ice platforms, realistically. Low on fuel again, low on power. It's all trying. Okay. Let's come this way. I kind of want the closer one's gonna be this. This one needs to be at least out here. So it's gonna need to be on here. Or something. Come. Underground pipe to here. Underground pipe to here. Underground pipe to here. Out of power. Out of power because everything. Get more things working. When you get more things working, you get more things working. Essentially. Fill in all this. It's not gonna quite work. Be in here. Because then it would hook up to this, unfortunately. So we need to have this pipe even further out. Concrete. Pipe action. And undergrounds. And over to here. Okay. And then we can have pipe action sorta here. It's gonna need to have some undergrounds, I think. We can get heat pipe to all of these spots. And that'll be able to connect to that. And then we just need heat pipe on this side of this, all the way up the end, going back around the other side. It's a very long heat pipe. It's a slight problem. Okay. So we need more. Up around this way. Some more bits for me. Beautiful. Concrete. Heat pipe. Thaw all that. Now let's get into this. So I just need to hook this pipe up here to over here. Okay. So here. Some actual cover on that first. One more. Oh boy. It's gonna come here. And then it's gonna be just regular pipe up to this part. Like 4 more pieces of this. Zero. Let's gonna get that to there, and then we're gonna have stuff over here. It's gonna make this. Let's power for that. That's solid fuel, and here's water. And we can set up actual power. Essentially. It's a dream, at least. A few more bits. No electricity available. What are you doing? You're out of solid fuel because you're out of ammonia. Because you got too much ice. Alright, this is the problem. This clogged up again. This is why we're trying to get to a spot where we're not clogged up by ice. Because then things can actually keep running. Ammonia gets through. It does a little bit. It's got water in here, but it's no solid fuel. Give you some solid fuel to start working. And then we have a little power, and then it can start working again, and then it can start getting more solid fuel. Yep. It's almost there. Okay. A few more of these. A few more over here. This is gonna work yet. Okay. That's connected there. This is connected here. Now it needs heat pipes. All around here somehow. Get the heat pipes down to here in this section. Get 2 more bits of this. Just 1 more. They're going. Alright. concrete and heat pipes. Needs those. I also need a heat pipe coming up this way. Over these last couple. Well, that just needs some concrete. That we can kind of deal with. Heat pipe to here. This is why we need a lot more of these. Very helpful. They'll just build out into here. We need more heat pipe now. Do we have any more heat pipe? We're just gonna start needing to make that now. Resource intensive heat pipes. We got stone. Yeah. Looks like we're making heat pipes now. We can just get this kind of going. We can also just remove some pieces. Needs steel and copper. Okay. We got some supplies and stuff here. How much of both? Lots of copper. Okay. At least to start. So now we're here. We've got solid fuel that needs to come out. We got water here. We can get both of these into a system. It's actually working right down on this area here. Solid fuel to come out. Use long-head inserters again. It just kind of works, honestly. Gets the job done. Okay. Then we're gonna have this. I'm gonna just be going up right now. So all of this is. Sorry, it's not gonna work. Alright. And then boilers. This way, long-head inserter distance away. So I'm just kind of up here. Alright. Boiler, boiler, boiler. These are gonna need steam engines, which just all needs to be covered in concrete over here. Definitely better spots for all this. Still one short. Alright. Got more concrete. Let's have some of that still. Do we have enough concrete here to make the rocket? More concrete? Another 2,000. Okay. We kind of do want to make the rocket, so the ability to actually leave when we're done here. That's later, though. It's not going to be able to... Do these need heat pipes next to them? I have to change this slightly. We need heat pipes going down between all of these. You'd think they'd be heated by the internal steam. Wouldn't that be a dream? These guys aren't frozen. That was... Huh. Alright. Water pipe. Here. Grab heat pipe. Over here. It's concrete. I also need heat pipe on this side of this. It's gonna come from over here. Let's put it on next to this bit. I'll heat both of those. Need more ice platform. Made some more of those yet? Oh yeah. It's all coming together. Ish. Concrete. These. Heat pipes. Up and down. This here also needs to be heated. It's almost enough. And heat here. And that's gonna bring us some crude oil down to here, which is making the solid fuel. It's coming over to these. Okay. Ish. Then here. Then here. Then here. Just need heat pipes on this side of this. Oh, heat pipes. Can we just... some underground shenanigans again? Get over to these, over to these. Maybe less or more. Heat pipe. Power. Poles. These. That brings the solid fuel in. It's making the steam-ish. I'll put steam. These are frozen somehow. Temperature of the steam, you would think would be warm enough to warm these up. Apparently not. Yeah. So we will need to make some space in here, because we can't get to the middle ones the way this is set up. Unless we do an underground, the steam's here, and that gets it over to the other ones, and then we have a heat pipe just going down this way. Alright. It's gonna take more ice platforms and stuff, but it will work. Just need to go 3 further out this way. We could reclaim some of this, in theory. So not all this is gonna need everything on it. That heat pipe. Come in hot. Out of heat pipes again. Missing steel. Alright. This is something just making a whole bunch of heat pipes out of all of our supplies here. It's going to continue to be necessary, obviously. Concrete here to hook these two. And then power pole to hook all these two. And there is some power. Satisfaction. Guaranteed. Okay. Is it making enough water here? Water's going here. Water's not disappearing too quickly. Output is full of water. See how quickly it uses up the water here. It's melting. It's working. Power output. Okay. Then any ice that isn't used up melting here is put into all of these. They use just an absolute ton of ice making an ice platform. This is not going to fill up anytime soon. And it's still very helpful. Okay. We can disassemble this section out here. More full of ice. Oh boy. Want some ice? Ice. That's going to here. I mean, this is going to here, which is actually still necessary. And it's also going to all this. So we kind of just need to get the solid fuel up over to here. And that will solve that problem. And then the ammonia needs to connect to here. Okay. We'll probably do that. Solid fuel bits. Go over here. Go underneath all this mess. Climb over this way. And over here. Or these. Or this. This can be heated. So it already is. Here to here. And that will hook this. You can bring this to here to split off into these directions. With a few more heat pipes, of course. Here. And here. Easiest to go to this side, I guess. And here. So that should get some solid fuel running up towards places where it's needed up this way. Keep the heat flowing, which is now at a lower temperature because it ran out of some fuel for a little bit there. And then this is technically also still going. This also melting the ice from here, which is awkward. It's kind of not where we need all this to be. This water can just go to melt stuff on this side. Okay. So this is something. This is a whole new area doing its best. It is extendable down this way, and this way, kind of this way a little bit, and this way. Manageable. Something-ish. Something-ish. Makes ice platforms. Makes power. A little bit needs more already. This at least kind of works. Now the question is, does it kind of work to make more cryogenic science packs? Currently looking like, no, not really. Mostly because of the lithium brine situation. We can a single lithium every very, very so often. And that single lithium is in here. It's just because this is full of lithium. This needs to be pumped over here and it's gonna work. Ish. Well, why not then? Why not then? Everything's frozen. That's why not. Concrete to here. Frozen stuff. Heat pipe. Concrete. Heat pipe. Concrete. Heat. And power this. So put lithium on here. Makes the lithium. Makes the cryogenic science packs. Is it perfect? Yes. Now it's just a matter of scaling it up. Next time. Goodbye.